Now we come to the big one, Volume 8. The biggest, the darkest, the saddest, the most traumatic, the most action-packed volume since... Volume 5? Okay, to be fair, a lot of the RWBY volumes, with the exception of the first 3, had gained some form of backlash, and this is no exception. But like Volume 5, there is a common theme to each complaint. They made Ironwood a bad guy! Oh, it made me so mad, make me so mad! Team RWBY and Junior are making things worse! Oh, it made me so mad, They reformed Whitley! Oh, it made me so mad, RWBY, Weiss, and Blake are hanging out at Weiss' house while Alice is under siege! Oh, it made me so mad, And the whole focus is on Cinderfall! Cinderfall!
Boy, are you bugging me, man! I'm gonna nail. I'm getting bugged now. Whoa, man.
Like Volume 5, I really do like this one, but I do have to admit there are some moments that really do annoy me. Atlas and Mistral are under siege when Salem shows up. Our heroes split up. RWBY, Blake, Nora, Weiss, and Winter Maiden Penny are going to launch the Amity satellite, while John, Ren, Yang, and Oscar try to escort citizens of Mantle to safety. Things get complicated when Salem's new creation, the Hound, kidnaps Oscar and takes him to be interrogated by the Dark Queen herself. Things get worse when Ironwood uses Watts to hack into Penny so she can open the vault and use the Relic of Creation to raise Atlas into the atmosphere, leaving everyone behind. However, Ozpin and Oscar have a plan to sabotage Salem's reign of terror from within. Like the much maligned 5th volume, I'm going to defend it from the criticism that it has been receiving. Fans were upset that this volume decided to make Ironwood one of the main antagonists, and that it ruined his character. I already said my piece in the last video, but to make things short, he shot a 14-year-old kid in cold blood in the last volume! There's no going back after that! Fans complain that RWBY is arguably a bad person for disobeying with authority figures and breaking into restricted areas. This has been bubbling since the ending of Volume 6, all the way back in 2018, and no surprise, I disagree with it. It's established from the beginning that RWBY is a chaotic good. She doesn't want to seek revenge on the bad guy or find glory, she just wanted to help people, and willing to do anything to do so. And I think it's safe to say that a hero going against authority figures to save lives is kind of a tradition at this point. Count how many times Harry Potter had to break the rules to save countless lives. Speaking of which, I think you're all about to retort about RWBY staying at Weiss's house during the big battle. Okay, first off, Ironwood made RWBY a wanted criminal for going against his plans, and if she decides to help out in the front, she will be arrested on sight. That's what happened to Yang's team. And second, she's tending the needs of Nora, who is in critical condition. And to make matters worse, a malfunctioning Penny just crashed in the front yard, so she kinda has her hands full at the moment. This also extends to Whitley. Despite being a horrible little brat in the 4th volume, he's still a kid and a human being. He's not gonna let a comatose girl die in bed. He's going to call for help.
That girl needs a doctor. I didn't do it for you.
I know. That's why it means so much to me.
Then there's Cinder's backstory. Back in my first review of V8, I thought it was well done, and I still stand by that. Yet fans still declare it as lazy. My answer to that is, you clearly have not seen Starlight Glimmer's backstory.
His family recognized his magical talent and sent him off to Canterlot. I never saw him again. Well, why not? Because of his cutie mark. He got his and I didn't. He moved on and I didn't. I stayed here and never made another friend because I was too afraid another cutie mark would take them away too!
That makes no sense.
Do I have problems with Volume 8? Yes. There's a moment where Oscar, Hazel, and Emerald summon Jim from the Relic of Knowledge. And like frickin' morons, they don't ask her a question, knowing full well that she has only one question left, leaving the lamp to be stolen by Neo and used by Cinder. Oops! Watts' death is also not very satisfying. I mean, here's a villain who played a big part in the last volume, and yet his demise felt so offhanded. But the biggest problem in this volume is the character of Harriet Bree. I mean, she was kind of fine in the last volume, but here, she's a pain in the ass. She is constantly angry, constantly aggressive to everyone, and always snooty.
One more word, and I'm throwing you in jail right next to your uncle, Runt. You keep saying that. But it was your weapon covered in his blood. Feelings don't matter. The job matters. You don't know anything about me!
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to show her repressing her emotions, and she really does care for the people in her life. But come on, you can make her a little less obnoxious. And of course, there is some controversy. Before the volume aired, Rooster Teeth held a contest where contestants would design an original Grimm, and the winners will appear in the volume. One contestant made a Wendigo Grimm, however another contestant called out racist and had that contestant disqualified. Honestly, I don't get it. A lot of Grimm are modeled after various creatures of mythology, and no one complained about that. How is a Wendigo racist? Is there something I'm missing? Can someone tell me in the comments below? Okay, I'm getting off track. The winner of the contest was Ryle Reptile. Please check out his DeviantArt page. And his creation, the Sulfurfish. And truth be told, it's a pretty cool Grimm. It's a nifty design and a cool ability. However, when the volume finally aired, the winning Grimm only got a few seconds of screen time. So, all that controversy, all that choir singing, just for a small blink and you'll miss it cameo. Okay, now we can finally talk about the good stuff. And boy, there's a ton! This is probably the most action-packed RWBY volume to date, surpassing Volume 3. It also feels like a war movie. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of sacrifice, and there's a lot of people switching sides. I like the interactions between Robin and Crow. I really like the story arc with Winter Schnee and how she's conflicted. I really love that Weiss's mother gets to redeem herself and save her children. I like Hazel turning on Salem. I like Emerald joining the team. I mean, I know they're setting up a confrontation between her and Cinder in the future. I really like the spirit of the Staff of Creation, and his fun personality gives a lot of levity to the volume. I especially love that Penny is willing to give up her own life to save not only Mantle and Atlas, but also her friends and family. And I love how it plays out during the climax. I really love the stuff with Ren and Nora. I really like that Ren is coming to grips with his evolving semblance, and I really like that Nora is trying to find her own identity. They even go as far as having them go their separate ways while still acknowledging their love for each other. That is a pretty risky move, and I'd like to see where they go with it. Boop. But the best scene is the reveal of the Hound's identity. After a pretty suspenseful action sequence, Ruby manages to use her silver eyes on the Hound. However, it did little but peel off its face, revealing that it was a silver-eyed warrior brainwashed and experimented by Salem. Not only did this reveal why Salem wanted Ruby back in Volume 4, but it also hints what might have happened to her mother. It's always assumed that she died, but now it implies that something worse happened to her. And I love to see what this could mean for the future. Volume 8 has become the last volume for several people involved. This is songwriter Jeff Williams' last RWBY volume before his retirement. This is Jesse James Grill's last volume before he left Rooster Teeth, and this is supposedly Eden Jensen's last volume before she left Rooster Teeth. In conclusion, I can see why some people don't like this volume. There are some stupid scenes and annoying moments, but everything else is still some of the best in RWBY, and that more than makes up for everything. Far from my favorites, but it's still pretty damn good in my book.